Have you ever wondered what it's like to live on water? Imagine waking up to the sound of waves gently lapping against your home, with no roads, only boats to take you from place to place. How would it feel to live in a floating city, where everything you need is connected to the rhythm of the water? Today we're exploring 8 of the world's most stunning floating cities. Which one would you want to call home? Let's dive into these incredible waterbound worlds together. Tonle Sap, Cambodia. Imagine a village that floats on water, where the houses sway gently with the flow of the lake beneath them. Welcome to Tonle Sap, Cambodia's largest freshwater lake, where entire communities live in harmony with the water. This lake, sprawling across 2,700 square kilometers during the wet season, is home to floating villages like Kampong Phluk, where stilted homes rise above the waterline. The people who call Tonle Sap home are primarily from the Khmer and Vietnamese ethnic groups. They've adapted to the unique rhythms of the lake, using traditional wooden boats to navigate the ever-changing waters. What makes this place even more fascinating is how it changes with the seasons. During the rainy months, the lake expands and villages grow, while in the dry months the lake contracts, making it seem like these villages are floating on islands. The entire economy revolves around fishing. This area is known as one of the most productive fishing grounds in the world, providing livelihoods for over 3 million people. The people here live in tight-knit communities, and despite being isolated from the mainland, they are deeply connected to each other and their environment. Their life is a perfect blend of sustainability and tradition. Imagine a place where every movement of the water influences your day, and where every wrinkle tells a story of survival, family, and resilience. Moken villages, Thailand. Picture a life where the sea is your home, your companion, and your livelihood. This is the reality for the Moken people, often known as the Sea Gypsies of Thailand. These nomadic people have lived for centuries off the coast of Thailand, residing in boats and temporary stilted houses perched on the water. They're masters of the ocean, navigating its vastness with remarkable ease, relying on the water for everything from food to transportation. The Moken have lived a simple yet fulfilling life that's completely in tune with the sea. Unlike many other communities, they've chosen to remain detached from the bustle of modern life, preferring to live in the wild, surrounded by the sounds of the ocean and the rhythm of the tides. Their lifestyle is entirely dependent on fishing, and their knowledge of the ocean runs so deep that it's said they can see clearly underwater, a skill passed down through generations. Over time, the Moken have adapted to Thailand's rapid development, and their identity has become more integrated with the local Thai culture. However, they still maintain a strong connection to their seabound traditions. Their floating villages are not just places to live, they are symbolic of a life lived by the water's ever-changing course, where survival requires adaptability, skill, and respect for nature. Uros Islands, Peru. Nestled high in the Andes, on the serene waters of Lake Titicaca, lies the breathtaking world of the Uros people. These extraordinary floating islands, built entirely out of totora reeds, offer a glimpse into a way of life that's as ancient as the lake itself. The Uros people have been crafting their islands for centuries, creating self-sustaining communities that float atop the world's highest navigable lake at an altitude of over 12,500 feet. Their homes, also constructed from the same reeds, stand proudly against the backdrop of the vast, blue expanse of water. But don't let the peaceful surroundings fool you. Life on these islands is not without its challenges. The reeds need to be constantly replenished to prevent decay, and every few years entire islands are rebuilt. Yet this resilience is the hallmark of the Uros way of life. Despite their isolation, the Uros people have adapted well to modernity. Today you'll find solar panels, radios, and even television sets among the traditional reed houses, showing a unique blend of ancient culture and modern convenience. The Uros people's deep connection to Lake Titicaca is evident in their every action. They rely on the lake for food, water, and transport, and their fishing skills are legendary. But beyond the material, Lake Titicaca holds spiritual significance for them, as they believe it's the birthplace of their ancestors. For the Uros, living on these floating islands is more than just survival. It's a celebration of their heritage, their ingenuity, and their undying bond to the water. Day-asan, Philippines. Imagine living in a floating village where the only transportation is by boat, and the entire community floats atop the water, surrounded by mangrove trees. This is the fascinating world of Day-asan, a small fishing village in Surigao City, Philippines, often called the Little Venice of Surigao. Unlike other floating villages, Day-asan's homes are perched atop sturdy wooden stilts, surrounded by coral rocks and mangrove forests. The village is a patchwork of floating homes, connected by narrow wooden bridges that wind through the water. Day-asan is more than just a place to live, it's a place where life revolves around the sea. The primary livelihoods here are fishing and lobster farming, with most residents making their living from the rich marine resources of the surrounding waters. The people of Day-asan have developed an intricate relationship with their environment, using sustainable methods to ensure the health of the coral reefs and the abundance of fish and lobsters that sustain them. Despite its beauty, life in Day-asan isn't without its struggles. The village is prone to the risks posed by natural disasters such as typhoons and floods, but the residents' resilience shines through. They've learned to adapt to the rhythm of the water and the winds, building their homes and livelihoods with the knowledge passed down through generations. In Day-asan, every corner of the village tells a story of survival, community, and the unbreakable connection between the people and the water that sustains them. Ha Long Bay, Vietnam. Imagine a vast emerald bay dotted with hundreds of islands, each one rising steeply from the water like ancient sentinels. Welcome to Ha Long Bay, Vietnam's UNESCO World Heritage Site, home to a remarkable network of floating villages. These villages, including Ba Hang, Vung Vieng, and Cong Dam, are a true testament to human ingenuity, built on the water's surface, completely isolated from the mainland. The communities here are small yet vibrant, consisting of fishermen who have lived in the bay for generations, their livelihoods directly tied to the health of the surrounding seas. The lives of these villagers are dictated by the water, its rhythms, and its moods. They rely on the bay's resources for fishing, shellfish farming, and boat building. With their homes floating atop the water, the villagers have developed unique skills to adapt to this environment, including the ability to navigate the bay's labyrinthine network of islands. The community is incredibly close-knit, with villagers often working together to maintain their homes and boats. Families spend most of their time out on the water, collecting their harvests or trading with one another in small boats. One striking feature of these villages is the isolation. These communities have minimal contact with the outside world, living in a tranquil yet challenging existence. The young children in Ha Long Bay are taught to swim before they can even walk, as navigating the water is a vital skill. But despite the hardships, these villages are vibrant and filled with life, their culture steeped in tradition and a profound connection to the natural world that surrounds them. Ha Long Bay isn't just a place, it's a way of life, an example of human resilience in the face of nature's power. Ganvie, Benin. In the heart of West Africa, on the peaceful waters of Lake Nokue, lies Ganvie, often called the Venice of Africa. This extraordinary village is built entirely on water, with homes and markets perched atop stilts, surrounded by the shimmering waters of the lake. What makes Ganvie truly fascinating is its history. It was established in the 17th century by the Tofinu tribe, who fled the region's notorious slave trade. Seeking refuge from slave hunters, they took to the water, building their floating village as a safe haven. This incredible feat of engineering allowed them to remain hidden and protected from outside threats. Ganvie is not just a village. It's a thriving community that has survived for over 300 years, offering a glimpse into a unique way of life. With a population of around 20,000, the village operates entirely on the water. The houses are built on wooden stilts, and everything, from transportation to daily activities, is carried out on boats. The village is also home to floating markets where locals trade fish, fruits, and handmade goods, all without ever touching land. It's a place where the water is as much a part of the community as the people who live on it. Despite the challenges of living on water, from floods to occasional storms, Ganvie's inhabitants have developed an unparalleled resilience and resourcefulness. The village is a symbol of strength and survival, built on the ingenuity of its people and the protection of the water that has sheltered them for centuries. Visitors to Ganvie are often struck by the peacefulness and beauty of the village, as well as its rich cultural heritage, which continues to thrive in the heart of West Africa's waterways. Inle Lake Villages, Myanmar. In the heart of Myanmar, on the shimmering waters of Inle Lake, lives a community unlike any other. Here, floating villages are not just a way of life. They are a unique, sustainable existence that has been passed down through generations. Inle Lake is home to over 17 floating villages, with Yangwei standing out as one of the largest. Around 70,000 people live on these stilted homes, carefully balanced above the lake's calm waters. These villages are built entirely on water, with houses, temples, and markets all elevated by stilts, connected by narrow channels where boats glide by. The people of Inle Lake are known for their incredible skill in leg rowing, a technique where fishermen row their boats with one leg wrapped around an oar, allowing them to fish while simultaneously steering their boats with ease. This skill isn't just practical, it's a testament to the deep relationship that people have with the lake. Their lives revolve around the water, and they've developed a sustainable approach to fishing, farming, and commerce that allows the entire community to thrive. Floating gardens built from water hyacinths and soil are used to grow vegetables, creating a self-sustaining food system. Inle Lake's people are more than just fishermen. They are artisans, weaving silk and lotus fibers into intricate fabrics. The floating villages are also home to traditional markets where locals sell everything from fresh produce to handmade goods. Despite their isolation, these communities are vibrant and full of life. Life on Inle Lake is a delicate balance, requiring a deep respect for the environment. The people here have learned to live in harmony with nature, using the water not just as a means of transport, but as a lifeline for their entire way of life. Kampong, Phluk, Cambodia. Nestled on the banks of Tonle Sap, the largest freshwater lake in Southeast Asia, lies Kampong Phluk, a stunning village that seems to float above the water. This extraordinary community, home to around 6,000 people, is unique in that its homes are perched on stilts, rising up to 10 meters above the waterline. During the wet season, the water level of Tonle Sap rises significantly, causing the village to appear as though it is floating in the midst of the flooded forest. As the water recedes, the village returns to its elevated positions, adjusting to the rhythm of the lake's annual cycle. The villagers of Kampong Phluk are fishermen and farmers relying on the abundance of the lake for their livelihoods. The lake is known for its rich biodiversity, and fishing is the primary source of income for many families. The community is built around a deep connection to the land and water, with houses and businesses designed to adapt to the changing seasons. The village is also famous for its flooded forests, which provide an awe-inspiring backdrop for daily life. These forests are home to a variety of wildlife, including migratory birds, and are an essential part of the village's ecosystem. One of the most striking aspects of Kampong Phluk is its sense of community. Despite the isolation, the people here are incredibly close-knit, helping each other through the challenges that come with living in such an unpredictable environment. They are masters of adapting to their surroundings, using traditional knowledge passed down through generations to thrive in one of the most unique environments in the world. Kampong Phluk is a living testament to resilience and harmony with nature, where every aspect of life revolves around the water and the changing seasons of Tonle Sap. As we've seen, floating cities are more than just a futuristic concept. They're a potential solution to some of the world's most pressing challenges. From sustainable design to climate resilience, these floating metropolises could reshape the way we live. If you enjoyed this exploration, be sure to like, share, and subscribe to DwellScape. Don't forget to hit the bell icon to stay updated with our latest videos. Until next time, keep discovering the world's wonders with us.